Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. Excuse me. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I just had a burger, and I'm trying another burger, so we're just doing burger reviews back to back. That typically makes me very happy. Typically. But anyway, we'll get into that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my a killer's confession shirt. It's kind of, it's very busy. Like, I like the shirt, and it's cool. It's definitely like a solid like metal band shirt, you know, what with the kind of death imagery and stuff like that. But it's very busy. So, what I do, and to be fair, like I have two other shirts from this band, and one of them is very simple. So they've got a nice mix. If you are not familiar with the band Killer's Confession, they've been around for several years now. They're sort of a branch off of the band Mushroomhead. The lead singer is a guy named Waylon, who'd previously been the lead singer in the band Mushroomhead, one of the lead singers. Things kind of came to a tumultuous end between him and the band after his very long stint in the band, and he decided, all right, well, fuck it, man. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to keep doing music. I'm going to keep doing what I want to do, you know, and that's when he went over there and started up Killer's Confession, AKC. I was fortunate enough to see them for the first time. I believe it was 2021. I think it was like the first show that I went to after the whole pandemic thing kind of fucked off finally. Or no, it definitely wasn't the first. Had to have been at least the second, because I literally went to go see a band, and then the next day at that same venue, I saw AKC. I'm definitely a big fan of these guys. I've loved seeing their progression as a band, sort of finding their footing and then, you know, really sort of solidifying what they are. And Waylon's just a really badass fucking dude. He's a fantastic vocalist. You know, I love his stuff. So if you happen to be interested in any of that stuff, I actually have videos of performances that I've seen of AKC on this channel. And after today, I'm definitely going to have more. So I'm just saying. But anyway, what am I doing for you folks? What are we trying here? What's going on? Well, like I said, I just got through reviewing a burger. I'll try to grab said burger for you so you can take a look at it. That it's half eaten, but boom! It's a burger. It's a little unimpressive looking, but this is from a place called Jalapeno Burger, which happens to be a place that's close to the venue that I'm going to be seeing AKC at. And, you know, that was just a basic cheeseburger, because I always like to just get the basic thing. If I'm doing burgers, which, by the way, I do burgers enough that I have an entire playlist for just burgers called Burgers for Days. This review is going to end up on there, and it's going to end up on my playlist called Sampler Platter Local Love, because this is just a local spot. So they had a place called Jalapeno Burger, and I was like, all right, let's get a cheeseburger, let's do it. But of course, with a place called Jalapeno Burger, you know I had to go over there and get the fucking jalapeno burger. So, this is going to be hard to eat, but it looks like, oh my god, it looks like this. Boom! It's in there somewhere, folks. It's in there somewhere. So this is their jalapeno burger, which is basically their burger with everything. So it's got like onions, bacon, jalapenos, peppers, the lot. Sure, man, sure. And I do have to mention, too, this is like a cool little, like, kind of diner-style spot, except, like, not a sit-down diner, like, more of a, you know, order and then leave diner. But they, for two burgers, like $13, man. You can't fucking beat that shit, man. That's a good fucking value for some burgers. So, let's go ahead, let's give it a shot, and see how it is. I don't know how to attack this, because there's so much. I'm going to have to deconstruct a little bit. Alright. That's good, man. Might not be the most impressive looking burger you've ever had, but damn, that's tasty. First of all, kudos for the bacon. They use good bacon. It's nice, it's crispy, it's flavorful. Even with everything else going on, I am tasting that bacon. I am so down with that. All the ingredients taste super fresh, which is just, you know, if you're making a good burger, you got to use fresh ingredients. You're going to live or die by that. And even like with the onions, which I'm not a big onion guy, but with everything that's going on, the onions kind of work. They sort of cut through a little bit. So I'm okay with it. Man, this is a tasty burger. That's really good. I love, as much as just getting a simple cheeseburger is a wonderful and beautiful thing, there's a lot to be said for piling on the toppings when the toppings work. And in this case, everything here works beautifully. They haven't reinvented the wheel here, but they didn't have to. They added on some hot peppers, which, you know, they've got some heat to them. But I think in this day and age, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, like, everybody, like, jalapenos, man, jalapenos. Then habaneros kind of became more commonplace, and people, oh, habaneros. Now we literally have a pepper called Pepper X, which is the hottest pepper in the world. So jalapenos, not that impressive these days in terms of their heat level, but they are very tasty. And I actually really like jalapenos a lot because they still give an okay amount of heat, but they're also really flavorful. And I like the flavor that they impart to it. And I love the flavor that they impart to this. It is really, really good. It mixes nicely with the ketchup and the mayo. It kind of gives it like sort of a spicy, tangy mayo kind of taste to it. I really, really like this, man. This is just... This is the business right here. I'm calling it. This is the business. I really like this burger a lot. And for $7 man, you cannot beat that. Things to take away. In terms of the things I like, I love that it's a simple concept for a burger, just using good ingredients, giving it a little something extra, and it just works, man. It's just super tasty and it works. Because again, most of the stuff that's on there isn't stuff that's particularly weird to come by on a burger. Lettuce, bacon, what have you. But you make sure that you got good ingredients. They're going to come through. They're going to be flavorful. And then, you know, basically just them going over there and tagging on some jalapenos. And I like that they use like the nice, like actual, you know, thick jalapeno strands and stuff like that. And one thing I will, like, it's got some heat. It's not an unreasonable amount of heat. Now, granted, I like heat, so, you know, take what you will from that, but it's not an unreasonable amount of heat. It just works really nicely, and it makes it this very vibrant thing. Like, again, very simple, but just delicious. That's just really good, man. I like that a lot. There's not much that I dislike about that. If there is anything that I dislike about it, it isn't something I would say that I dislike, but if I were to go over there and make an adjustment, if it were available, I don't know if it is or not, I would maybe go over there and order this as a double burger, because the beef that they use, and they flame broil the damn things, it's tasty. It worked really well with just the normal cheeseburger. With this, you're still getting the flavor, but you have so many flavors on top of it, it does get a little bit lost. Not too bad, like you're still tasting it, but again, I think a double burger of this, so you go over there and you just get that extra beef flavor, I think that would just be pretty much the tits, man. That would just be boom. I'm really impressed with this one. Like, I went into it expecting to like it because I liked their first one. But their first one, it was, it was simple. It did what it needed to do. This one, it surprised me with the vibrancy, with the freshness, with just the way that it hit. And, I mean, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. Whereas with the previous burger, with the cheeseburger, I made mention of the fact that that would be a situational burger for me. That would be something where if I happened to be in the area and if I wanted, something that was better than fast food, but not like a artisanal kind of burger, something quick and easy that's simple and good, it would work very well in that spot. This burger is something special. It is something where it's like, no, I would go over there, not all the time because it's a little bit out of my way. But this is something where I would go over there, from now and again, I would stop just for this burger. This wouldn't be a situational burger for me. A little bit, just, again, proximity. But it's something that I know I'm going to want again. And not just because it's, a situational thing. It's tasty. It's not doing anything super crazy, but it's just doing what it does really well. And fundamentally, that's what a burger should do, in my opinion. If I'm recommending it to people, I mean, yeah, man. Seriously, I mean, it's not going to be for everybody. Again, the spiciness factor, I don't feel is particularly abrasive, but, some people just don't like spicy stuff. And I will say, I think this would be a good burger without the jalapenos, because I think, again, it still works really well. But the jalapenos, for me, are what really take it over the edge, really make it into something unique and special. But if you're somebody who, maybe you're a little bit of a burger connoisseur like myself, I would say, it's not going to be the best burger you've ever had, I don't think, but it is one worth noting. I will go as far as to say that. I think that they titled their establishment very aptly. They said, hey, we are Jalapeno Burger. We have a jalapeno burger available. And they went over there, man. If you're going to have a signature burger, it had better stand out. And this stood out for me. So, all that said, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of you go over there, have yourselves a truly jalapeno burger-tastic rest of your life, I guess. Because they know what they're doing, man. Again, sometimes the simplest stuff just works the best. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world as much as possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Sometimes life is frustrating and stressful and bullshit. I mean, hey, I'm over there. I'm having a good day right now, but, my hand is a little bit screwed up from work and everything. It's like, gotta get my grip strength back a little bit just because we're doing certain things last night. Kind of wore me out a little bit. But, hey, man, it's going to get better. I hope it gets better. But when we do run into situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc., take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there. I'm going to hit up a gas station or something to get myself some ibuprofen before the show that I go to. Then I'm going to go to this show. I'm going to enjoy some badass bands, and I'm going to have a great fucking time. And then at the end of the night, I'm going to go home and be very tired and try to upload a whole bunch of videos that so hopefully and maybe some of you might be interested in. Anyway, bye!